Solana means a lot of things to a lot of different people in crypto. For many people, it's the Ethereum killer. It always has been. More recently, the way I look at Solana is really as the comeback kid of the blockchain space. Maybe it's got an additional meaning or connotation to you. It kind of wears a lot of hats. And so it is no secret that I and the broader Altcoin Buzz team really have a lot of respect for Solana. We like Solana as a project, especially considering how much of a rebound it made following all of the FTX drama. It can actually be all too easy to remember, but the price of Sol dipped below $10. And at that time, nobody wanted to touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. If you managed to, and you put all your emotions aside as an investor and you were a true contrarian in that moment, then kudos to you, because that decision has really paid off. Fast forward to today, and the Solana team is still building. They're still working very, very hard. And so we're going to take a closer look in this video as to why it still very much makes sense to be bullish on Solana. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie, and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest Solana or otherwise. I do wish you well. Just remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor, and so of course, this video is not official financial or investment advice. Okay, so we're going to break down three big reasons as to why we're still very bullish on Solana. The first of which is the Solana Spot ETF. This is the big news. The recent filing for Solana Spot ETFs. Two firms in particular filed their 19B-4 applications with the SEC. That's the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. This form is already the second step in obtaining a spot ETF in the US. The two firms in question here are VanEck and 21 Shares, both of which, by the way, have already filed their S1 applications. Now, once the SEC acknowledges receipt of these filings, it really opens a window of 240 days. And during this window, the SEC must make a decision as to whether or not to approve these filings or to deny them. So latest is going to be March 2025. By then, we will know whether or not the SEC has approved the Solana Spot ETFs. However, it's not all looking particularly likely that this application will go through. There are a couple of crucial points to consider. There's no futures contract in the US for Solana. This is in stark contrast to, for example, BTC and ETH. They both have a futures contract. And this is all about hedging, as explained by this previous video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Another consideration is the SEC doesn't see Sol as a commodity. Instead, it sees it as a security. And in order to get the filing approved, the SEC needs to agree upon Sol being a commodity. We also have to keep the elections in the back of our minds. These are going to play a big role. If President Biden gets reelected, then chances of this approval become quite low. On the other hand, if President Trump gets elected, it's going to be much more likely that the spot ETF does get approved. If Trump wins, Gensler is going to get replaced. That much is almost certain. And this will most likely be with a much more crypto-friendly chairman of the SEC. And BlackRock is another variable here to consider. They did not yet file for a Solana Spot ETF. Really, kind of the rule of thumb is that once BlackRock gets involved, the chances for approval, really for any kind of financial product or instrument, those chances are going to increase dramatically. So this spot ETF is certainly not a given. We are not taking it for granted that it will be. We just don't know right now. This Altcoin Buzz Spotlight video is sponsored by CoinEx, which is probably one of the best exchanges that you still haven't heard of. Just like Gate.io or MEXC, they offer a lot of coins, but most importantly, they offer the high quality coins that you actually want. I'm talking about over 800 coins in over 1,200 trading pairs, which are available. And they have a great new program that's ongoing right now. This started on the 3rd of July and it's going all the way to the end of the month, so the 31st of July. Just for signing up with the link that you'll find in the description of the video, you get up to 100 USDT for free to help your account get going. Check out the link. Once again, you can find it in the description of this video and get up to 100 USDT with your new account. Okay, and the second major reason that we are very bullish on Solana is Blinks. And Blinks is short for blockchain links. They are Solana's new feature for direct payments in the Solana ecosystem. What this means concretely is that you no longer need third-party apps. You can request payments now in text messages, and you can link right away to on-chain transcripts. So if something has a URL, you can link to that. This comes in handy for all kinds of social media. So for example, on X or on Discord, you bypass any dApp and go straight to a Solana wallet like Phantom, for example. And here you can complete the transaction. Blinks are part of the Solana Actions. That was previously known as Solana Pay. And Blinks have multiple use cases. So you can, for example, tip creators on social media, you can buy an NFT, or complete a swap on a DEX. So really, you can use them anywhere you can place a URL. Here's an easy-to-use explanation. It tells you how to set up your own Blinks, and you can use Blinks to request a transaction with or in links, messaging apps, QR codes, push notifications, or buttons. Some samples of where you can include Blinks are Phantom, which is a wallet, Jupiter, which is a DEX, Tensor, an NFT marketplace, and Helium, IoT devices like hotspots to connect wireless devices to their network. And since their introduction some 2 weeks ago, daily transactions on Solana are up. Month by month, that means up by 38%, from 33.8 million in mid-June to 49.1 million in mid-July. That's pretty impressive. And if Solana can add a better and easier onboarding process, Blinks is going to be close to perfect, arguably. Right now, having a Solana wallet is a prerequisite in this space. And the third and final reason that we're still very bullish on Solana is the Firedancer upgrade. This is a validator upgrade by Jump, and it's going to boost Solana's security and its decentralization. Now, currently, there are only 2 validator clients on Solana. They're also both written in the Rust programming language, so if there's a bug or another issue with Rust, both clients may face an issue, and as a result, the whole Solana ecosystem may go down, potentially. Remember the times when Solana was also known for its downtime? These times now seem to be a thing of the past. Ever since really November 2022, there were only 2 periods of downtime, and the last one was in February 2024. However, the Jump team wrote Firedancer in a different language, C++. This fact alone makes it more decentralized. If there's an issue with Rust now, validators can switch to Firedancer. And so this is a great boost to client diversity for Solana's validators. During testnet tests, Firedancer managed a TPS of 1 million. That is 1 million transactions per second, which makes it the fastest chain in the entirety of the crypto industry. That's quite a bit up from its current TPS, which is still impressive, of 65,000. So this is going to be a massive upgrade for the Solana ecosystem. However, the upgrade is not scheduled until early to mid-2025. That being said, there's still plenty of positive stuff going on currently at Solana, with a lot more in the pipeline. We even have, for example, things like Solana mobile phones, which are kind of beyond the scope of this video, but are still sort of impressive. Once Sol gets some of that upward momentum back, it's very likely to break that previous all-time high of $260. Let me know what you think, whether or not Solana and the Sol token will achieve new heights during this bull run. Maybe 260 or just above that is even a conservative estimate. Some people are talking about $1,000 Solana, possibly more. Anyways, there's a wide range of opinions as usual. Generally speaking, and for all the reasons that I discussed here, at least those big 3, we are very bullish on Solana. We have confidence in this project going forward. We'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below.